Have you ever noticed how some thoughts feel more dangerous when you say them out loud? A thought can live quietly in your head, like a fear that hides just outside of you. But once you give it words, it starts to feel heavier, more permanent. Not because words are magic, but because naming something changes the way you see it. The moment you put a label on something, you begin to define it. And once a label exists, you start to notice only the evidence that confirms it and stop seeing everything else. That's why self-talk matters more than most people realize. Have you ever noticed how people are often really careful about what they say to other people, but not so much about what they say about themselves? Most people would never walk up to a stranger and say, "You're broken," but they'll say it to themselves over and over without any remorse, even though those words are damaging their future. We might say we're just giving an honest opinion about ourselves, or that we do it to be humble, but the mind doesn't care who said it. A stranger's cruelty and your own produce the same harm. The damage happens gradually, each repetition adding another layer of emotional mud onto the ever-growing pile. The first time, it feels like an observation. The 10th time, like a pattern. By the 100th, it's starting to become who you are. And when you get to that point, you're drowning. And then you stop asking if the story is true because you're too busy trying to stay afloat. What happened as a label has now become a role, one that will shape your identity until you can break free of the damaging loop you're caught in. Most people never notice a shift. They just feel stuck without knowing how they got there. Because the words you say to yourself really do matter. They shape the story of your life. And the only question is whether you can correct them before they do. Peace.